whirlwind of Wall Street in 1987, a fresh-faced, 25-year-old Jordan Belfort stepped into the high-stakes world of stockbroking at LF Rothschild, under the wing of Mark Hanna. It was a culture shock, a deep dive into a realm fueled by drugs, and the intoxicating belief that a broker's sole purpose was to line his own pockets. Hanna's mantra, "Make money for yourself," resonated deeply with Jordan, setting the stage for his future endeavors. But fate, as it often does, had a twist in store. Black Monday struck, the stock market reeling from its most significant single-day drop since the infamous 1929 crash. Jordan found himself jobless, adrift in a sea of uncertainty. Yet, this setback was merely a detour on his path to infamy. He landed at Investors Center, a Long Island firm specializing in pink sheet penny stocks. Here, in this den of high-pressure sales, Jordan discovered his knack for aggressive pitching. His persuasive style, combined with the allure of high commissions, turned him a small fortune. It was a pivotal moment, the genesis of the wolf that was about to emerge. Fueled by ambition and a thirst for more, Jordan joined forces with his neighbor, Donny Azoff. Together, they envisioned a brokerage firm built in their image, audacious, unapologetic, and wildly successful. They gathered Jordan's childhood friends Robbie Feinberg, Alden Kupferberg, Nikki Koskov, Chester Ming, and Toby Welch, and even local drug pusher Brad Bonnick, recruiting them into their vision. Jordan, the master salesman, trained them in the art of the hard sell, molding them into a force to be reckoned with. Their base of operations, an abandoned auto repair shop. It was an unlikely start for a company that would soon dominate Wall Street. Jordan's tactics were simple yet effective: pump and dump. He and his team would spread misleading, positive statements to artificially inflate a stock's price, then sell their overvalued securities for a hefty profit. The inevitable crash would leave investors with worthless stock, while Jordan and his crew laughed all the way to the bank. To mask their nefarious activities, Jordan christened the firm Stratton Oakmont in 1989, a name that exuded respectability and trust. Stratton Oakmont's rise was meteoric. The firm quickly outgrew its humble beginnings in the auto repair shop, moving into increasingly larger offices. A turning point came with an exposé in Forbes, which branded Jordan the Wolf of Wall Street. The article painted him as a sort of twisted Robin Hood who takes from the rich and gives to himself and his merry band of brokers. The moniker stuck, and the notoriety attracted hordes of ambitious young financiers, eager to join Jordan's pack. As Stratton Oakmont's success soared, so did Jordan's descent into a world of excess. He indulged in a decadent lifestyle of prostitutes and drugs, blurring the lines of reality and morality. His marriage to Teresa crumbled under the weight of his infidelity, culminating in an affair with lingerie designer Naomi LaPaglia. In 1991, Jordan divorced Teresa and married Naomi, further cementing his image as a man who lived without limits. But the party couldn't last forever. The SEC and the FBI began to cast a watchful eye on Stratton Oakmont, their suspicions growing with each inflated stock price and extravagant party. The walls were closing in, and Jordan's empire teetered on the brink of collapse. In 1993, Jordan crossed a dangerous line. He illegally pocketed $22 million in a mere 3 hours by securing the IPO of Steve Madden, Donny's childhood friend and a women's shoe designer. This blatant act of manipulation drew even more unwanted attention from the FBI, intensifying their investigation. Desperate to protect his ill-gotten gains, Jordan turned to Swiss banking. He opened an account with the help of a corrupt banker, Jean-Jacques Sorel, under the name of Naomi's Aunt Emma, a British subject safely beyond the reach of American authorities. To physically move the cash, Jordan enlisted Brad's Swiss-Slovenian wife, Chantal, and her family, who used their European passports to smuggle the money into Switzerland. The pressure mounted. Donny and Brad's reckless behavior led to a public argument during a money exchange, resulting in Brad's arrest and Donny's narrow escape. Jordan learned from his private investigator, Bo Dietel, that the FBI was wiretapping his phones, listening to his every word. Fearing for his family, particularly his son, Jordan's father, Max, urged him to step down from Stratton Oakmont and lie low. He advised Jordan to let his lawyer negotiate a deal to avoid prison. During his farewell speech to his employees, Jordan wavered. The allure of power and the roar of the crowd were too strong to resist. He couldn't quit. In 1996, Jordan, Donnie, and their wives embarked on a yacht trip to Italy, seeking a brief respite from the mounting pressure. But fate had other plans. They received news that Emma, Naomi's aunt, had died of a heart attack. Jordan knew he had to act fast to secure the Swiss account before it was frozen. He traveled to Switzerland to forge Emma's name, then headed to London for the funeral. To evade border patrols, he ordered his yacht captain, Ted, to sail to Monaco. Disaster struck when a storm capsized their ship, leaving them stranded and fighting for their lives. After their rescue, another bizarre incident occurred. The plane sent to transport them to Geneva was destroyed when a seagull flew into the engine. Jordan interpreted these events as a sign from God, urging him to confront his worsening drug addiction and attempt to get sober. In 1998, the dominoes began to fall. Sorrell and Koskov were arrested for an unrelated crime, and Sorrell, seeking a plea bargain, offered the FBI information about Jordan's illegal activities. The evidence against him was overwhelming. Jordan agreed to cooperate with the authorities, gathering evidence against his colleagues in exchange for leniency. His personal life crumbled alongside his professional one. After a final, drug-fueled sexual encounter, Naomi announced that she was divorcing him and wanted full custody of their children. Consumed by rage and desperation, Jordan physically assaulted Naomi and attempted to flee with his daughter, crashing his car in the driveway. Jordan wore a wire to work, recording his conversations with his colleagues. In a moment of loyalty, he slipped a note to Donnie, warning him of the impending danger. But Donnie, driven by self-preservation, betrayed Jordan by handing the note over to the FBI. Jordan was arrested, and Stratton Oakmont was raided and shut down. Despite violating his agreement, Jordan received a reduced sentence of 36 months in a minimum security prison for his testimony. He was released in 2000 after serving 22 months. After his release, Jordan reinvented himself as a motivational speaker, hosting seminars on sales techniques. The Wolf of Wall Street had been tamed, but his story continued to captivate and intrigue.